Yeah, it would probably help if I turned the sound on, wouldn't it? Hi, Eli, how's it going?
Hi, Eli. Welcome to the dog show, where the points are made up and the fence doesn't matter. Yeah. Listen, it was a good line. I had to make sure that I got it.
Fair.
Are we
That's
live
fair.
on the internet?
Yes, we are live.
Hello, internet. Okay, good.
Three good doggos. One's an escape artist, one's a lady, and one's a diva.
Just when you think you have it all figured out, you do.
Hey, you know, those dogs... If those dogs didn't love you, they would steal your lunch money.
No, they would just
steal... smart dogs.
No, they would just steal my lunch.
Well, they already do that. I'm talking about stealing your lunch money and then, like, buying drugs with it.
That would be a bad dog.
It would be a bad dog, but it would be a clever dog.
Alone is a little bad dog.
German Shepherds, even German Shepherd mixes, are quite intelligent. Even when you try to dumb them down with a little bit of retriever in them or something.
Dumb them down
Okay,
with a
so
bit of
did we
retriever.
decide? Do you guys want to keep the option A, or do you want to go with option B?
It sounded like a couple people were intrigued by your assessment of it as more useful, so it sounds like option B.
Yeah, let's go with option B.
Okay, if you want, we can totally save option A for next week. I'll set it aside.
Do it
Or
for
just shuffle it back in, let it come up in random. It's fine.
Yeah, something like that. So option B was play after you fail an attack roll, and you get a success on the attack roll rather than a failure.
That's pretty impressive.
Oh,
That's pretty good.
That's a lot better than re-roll a check.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a lot better than re-roll a check.
That's a spicy meatball.
Partially open doors. Oh man, a poor dog. Gosh, that was not Tasha. Tasha was always very eager to enter in. If there was a human in the room, she wanted to be with them. By the end of the evening, she was exhausted because she followed everyone everywhere all day long. Oh, that was Nixie. Gosh, I remember very distinctly. One year, we were going down to my grandparents' house. Nixie gets car sick, so we decided we're going to not give her breakfast so that she wouldn't throw up in the car. We let her outside to do her business, and then we went on the road. What we didn't know until a little bit later, when she got car sick, was that she took matters into her own hands and found a little warren of baby bunnies.
Hmm.
Oh.
She threw the baby bunnies in the car with my sister sitting right next to her.
No.
And my dad's first inclination was not to pull over to clean up the bunnies.
Oh God. I'm sorry. Oof, I'm not on team your dad on that one.
No one appreciates my dad and his like absolute disgust for stopping. It's why I hate car trips. So many people are like, oh, I love car trips. I'm like, really? Why? There's no redeeming quality.
Because they don't take them with your dad, clearly.
Exactly.
All right. I have Path Builder up. I have my dice. I have my rule book. It's beginning to look like an actual setup here. Boink.
Dear Lord.
Yeah, meanwhile, I'm going to be using the electronic dice today because I keep forgetting to search for mine.
You goddamn... Do you want to use...
No, I'll be fine. I mean, as long as our GM doesn't have a problem with me using electronic dice.
No, as long as you're honest about it. I mean, you know, whatever.
Oh, so he has a problem with you
physical dice.
Well, here's the thing: if you were using physical dice, then like okay, so like I'm remote from you, right? So
I get. Oh, why are you humping right behind my chair?
Do you need to know the answer to that question?
Kind of. Is it a better location?
Well, at least it would please you to know that it is indeed Ren that has decided to take the submissive position at this point.
I mean, as sad as it is, that is better, because Ren needs to learn she is not in charge of this particular pack structure. Cora has started being like, "Hey, you're enough of a grown-up now that I'm gonna tell you when you've crossed the fucking line."
Oh, good. In a way, that's a good thing.
Yeah, Eli, unfortunately, I mean, I'm sitting right next to M Park, but the camera's field of view is not wide enough to include me.
We need to get camera split screen going on over there.
yeah.
Well, the problem is we would need a third. We would need a third camera because we already have 2 cameras, so that you guys can see one and the stream can see one.
Oh shoot! I forgot to fix this view.
I can help you with that.
Oh no, wait, it's all good.
And at 3 cameras, I don't know. Might as well start shooting a multi-camera sitcom or something.
Oh, congratulations!
Congratulations on your new job, Eli.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I got a new job too. New jobs for everyone that wants one.
Yay!
Yeah, please don't give me one. I like mine.
That's why I said everyone who wants one.
I quit mine last week.
Yay!
Yay! Really? Did you have a new job lined up at least?
No, I'm taking. Well, first of all, I haven't quit. I just told him that, like, hey, listen, this semester is kicking my ass in a way I wasn't expecting. My availability just went to 0 for the rest of this semester. You can call me in case there's like a roof on fire emergency, but please don't schedule me for regular hours.
Hell yeah!
I'm
Eli?
still on their payroll.
Oh,
so
nice.
I'm still comfortable putting on my resume, like, you know, like to current.
Yeah. And nice, Eli, I actually just got a job. My new job is with the state as well. So we are both moving into the exciting world of government employees. Oh, holy shit. Okay, they're not putting me in charge of $1.6 million of fucking anything, so good on you.
Oh, $1.6 million design project for a road in Sarasota.
That's
so let me guess. The road is about 600 feet long, and how much of that is bribes?
What are you saying, Corey?
So you're actually in charge of managing the project for the design of the road. Yeah, I mean, I certainly wouldn't want to be in charge of the actual construction project. Dear Lord, that'd be horrendous.
Oh, actually, I want to go edit the thing while we're thinking about it. The channel points reward confused Dre, so I'm gonna max. Oh no, max 3 per. I kind of
figured you did. I had that thought that states contract out the design to construction firms, but that's still worse than herding cats. Because now it's not even like you're herding cats. It's you're responsible for cats you cannot herd.
Okay. There.
Oh,
that should
in charge of awarding the contract? Damn.
Yeah. Awesome.
But like I said, it's not even herding cats. It's because you can't even see the cats, and you have to herd them. The cats are on the other end of a phone.
Trying to remember what we were. So hero points reset, so everyone now has 1 again.
Yes.
Yes, that is correct. Hero points have reset. Everybody has 1.
We should all be almost full health. Corey, I think you were down a couple.
Sounds right. I think I'm down literally 1.
Oh yeah, like it was not a lot.
Yes, I have 18 out of 19.
Okay.
That is sufficient for getting on with.
On my 3rd day, they had me sit in a technical review committee so I could see what it's like. This is where firms interview to be awarded design contracts. I have to lead one in April. Wow. You are hitting the ground running, Eli. Congratulations.
Hey, you gotta. You gotta.
47% pay raise. Hot damn.
Holy shit.
That's a hell of a bump.
That's
Yeah,
a hell of a
kidding.
bump. Congratulations. Damn. Such viciousness, such anger, bile, and vitriol.
Yeah. And I think PF recap or is it full?
Okay, let's open up the idea brain dump document. Oh, add in something I saw earlier.
Or it is PF recap.
Yesterday on a different screen.
Remind me, did I... Jesus Christ, Corey.
Guys,
Jesus,
hey.
Oh, that's so much more fun, though.
Yeah, maybe. And did you catch the end of our last session?
Did I eat a cockroach willingly, or did I just like get splattered and...
Oh,
No, so the joke was that you got like...
Right.
Because you got a little bit injured by a cockroach, my joke was that you ate one, and since I write the recaps, that went in the recap.
That's now canon.
We also didn't actually meet living actual person Rachel Dratch.
And not all of you got shot by a crossbow.
True. Or almost
I can arrange it
poisoned.
now.
Yeah, right. No, you can only arrange one more person because you only have one bolt.
Yes, they're reusable though.
Well, all right, fair enough.
As long as I aim for the soft bits, and you guys are mostly soft
for
bits.
the soft bits. Nice.
So,
Guys.
when we last left our heroes, we were in the asylum. You guys seem to be in the director's office, or actually, you've just kind of ransacked the director's office, and
We were
Taking
chill.
possession of many things.
We were waiting to
We noped out of the chapel or whatever that was, and
hold on, I'm just pulling up the loot. Yes, and we were actually going to go downstairs because it is night. It is getting to nighttime, and we wanted to see if we could rescue the vampire's son from presumably the cell block before we did not stay here overnight necessarily.
Did anyone write down what we picked up?
Yes, I wrote down all the loot.
Excellent.
by the way, Ari, what are our hero point cards for today?
your hero point cards for today. Well, in addition to the usual, as what do you call it? The you know, as the typical rules say, you know, prevent yourself from dying or re-roll a check. We've drawn 3 hero point cards from the deck just before stream started. And the 3 that we drew are summarized there in my camera down this way. No, this way. Down there. And as soon as I finish cleaning my glasses, I can see I am blind. Okay. So we have Endure the Onslaught. You can play this card at any time. And until the start of your next turn, you give a creature that you can see, this could be yourself as well, resistance 5 to all damage.
Wow.
Until the beginning of your next turn. So resistance just means reduces the damage that they take. So that's pretty good. We have Critical Moment, which is a fortune effect, meaning you can only use 1 per round. Or well, not 1 per round. It's that they don't stack on each other. So after you roll a check, but before I've told you the results, hey-oh, we have hero points.
Yeah.
1 for Empark, 1 for Mikey, 1 for
Yay!
Corey. Anybody else? 1 for Omaha Programmer.
Thank you, Mabian.
None for the DM.
No.
I thought it had to be a player character.
I mean, this is flying by the seat of our pants to be able to donate for hero points anyway. So, anywho, so after you roll a check, but before you figure out whether you've succeeded or failed, you get to re-roll the check twice and take the best result. And if you still fail that check, you become Doomed 1. Doomed
Ooh.
is a condition where it reduces the number of failures that you need before you die. Like if you're dying, your maximum dying value is reduced.
Interesting.
Yeah, it makes it harder to it makes it much more imminent. Like oh shit, they're dying. It's going to happen sooner than if you were not doomed.
Yeah, but Eli, it also does give us the ability to say, I rolled a 5. I don't need to know necessarily whether I succeeded or failed. The higher you roll, the more it is kind of chancy that you might have succeeded without it, but...
Look, either you're going to have good luck or you're going to have bad luck.
Or both, like Shigeru.
So the third hero point card that we drew was Reverse Strike. After failing an attack roll, no you don't. You get a success rather than a failure. Simple as that.
Okay, I like that one.
1 hero point. How long is this session expected to last?
We normally go about like
night.
4 hours, Eli.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually between 3 and 4 hours. They're like a quarter of the way through the adventure, and I've got... What in the hell is that sound?
That is Cora with a toy donut.
It sounds like Alvin and the Chipmunks meets the grown-ups from the Peanuts cartoon.
A little bit. I can see that. God.
Oh, Empark, you just got another hero point.
We've got more hero points.
Oh my goodness,
from
are we
Eli.
being
Thank
grounded
you
hero
very
points?
much, Eli. So 1 for Empark, 1 for Mikey. I expect 1 for Corey and 1 for Omaha as well.
Yay.
I think we're all full up on hero points then.
Well, you guys are starting out with 3 each, and that is the maximum that you can have at any one time.
Good.
Good. All right. So, it's really distracting.
Yeah. But we can't, unfortunately, we can't trust them by themselves upstairs.
Oh, is Noodly not
No.
home?
Noodly's sleep schedule has been off, so she is napping.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
I-
Maybe, no, maybe in...
Maybe. What are you doing, maybe?
Oh, he gave Eli a hero point.
Well,
Hey,
oh.
I get a hero point. Well,
Oh.
Eli, you are going to
Goodness.
have to just join us at
Well,
some
I guess,
point.
yes, you now have to join us.
I'm not gonna lie, I love the idea of hero points on the channel being just a way of giving encouragement and thanks to one another. There's no mechanical benefit, but while you're finishing that essay, Eli, you have a hero point to spend if you need to spend it.
There you go.
Yeah. Like, if you were going to get a C, spend a hero point. Now you get a B.
Exactly.
Hey, that would actually be fantastic. If only that worked in real life.
Oh, man.
I would love that so much.
Maybe Ian and I both have .edu email addresses we can send letters of support from.
As do I.
Oh, that's right, yes. Yes, Eli, you can you roll your essay 3 times and take the best result.
Of course, you're going to have to write 3 different essays.
Right.
Unfortunately, yeah.
All right. Speaking of 3 different essays, are we?
Yeah.
I knew that one was going to make me cough. Wow. Excuse me.
You're right. If all 3 essays fail, you do get doomed 1.
I mean,
Oh.
if I wrote 3 essays and none of them passed, I feel like I
You
would
are
be feeling
doomed.
the
You
doom.
Yeah.
deserve the
Yeah.
doom.
So we were ready to go downstairs.
Yeah, so where you are right now, and reminder, it's just about sunset right now. You are in so horrible. You are in the private library of the director. See you later, Eli.
Isn't
So
it
really, there's
amazing?
nothing we can do about the donut.
We could probably put our microphone on mute while she's chewing on that and or we're
All
not
I'm
talking.
saying is the dogs have been on the channel longer than you, Ari. They
Yeah, I know, but the donut hasn't.
actually that donut. We've had that donut for longer than we've had the channel. But yes, we can mute our mic until we need to talk.
I appreciate that. Find your center, Ario. Okay.
Oh, there is a
um,
wonderful piece of software called NVIDIA Broadcast or NVIDIA RTX Voice that has probably some of the best
Well, we have
noise
that, but
canceling.
Yes.
we have that, but the problem is that like with Noodly's voice, when Empark is talking, it thinks that Noodly's voice is noise.
Yeah,
Yes.
it has not great. It's not woke.
No. Well, it's deciding who to filter out.
Now I've got my own distractions.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're bringing squeaking back.
Go ahead.
No, you're fine.
So, when we last left our heroes, I'm not getting out of the chair. It's not happening. No, you can sit on my lap if you want. Say hi to chat. When we last left our heroes, we you guys were
Oh.
yes, that's called a D20. You were in the private library of the director of the asylum, whose name I believe you did find out, and it is
Rosalie von Brecht.
Rosalie von Breck. Say hi to Mabian. Mabian says hi. Our friend Mr. Mabian says hello to you.
And I think we had been through this room once before, but we didn't we like retreat back here after noping out of the chapel?
You did, yes.
No, we didn't go in here. We went from the private study to the chapel to the library, which is where we ended before we go downstairs.
I think we went through the library. I don't think we explored it much. We just
You're right. We went through it. We didn't specifically search it until after we locked the spider in its room for being a bad boy.
Yeah. So you still hear some skittering against the door across the hall. That spider is clearly not pleased with you. Why
He'll
don't
get
you
over
make...
it eventually.
What was that?
He'll get over it eventually.
Yeah. Why don't you make a perception check for me?
You want everybody to?
Yeah. Let's go with. Actually, no. Let's go with. Van, you are currently closest to the door, according to where I left your. Yeah, that's it. Oh, he's trying to share the dice with you guys. That's adorable.
18.
Die. Yes.
Okay, so this is just for Vanwa. You got an 18?
Yes.
On your perception check. The spider is not alone in there.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Define not alone as in more spiders or not alone as in something else?
Not alone as in there's more spiders.
Oh, good. Well, we locked that fucking door and now we can never deal with that.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a can, it's a won't.
Remind me what it was you guys blocked the door with, because I see that I did something. I think it was a couple of chairs.
Yeah, we barricaded
it was the chairs out of the office.
We barricaded it with the chairs from the office.
Right, exactly.
If we're gonna have to fight these, might I suggest we take a strategic retreat back into the room with the carpet where there's a little more room rather than getting stuck in the library?
We have a way out of the library.
Yeah, but the way out of... Well, yeah. Well, we have two ways out of the library.
Well, like, if the spiders try to get in... I guess what... Either place is going to be a very defensible position.
I'm worried about having a line of retreat, because if they come in here, our only retreat is into the private study, which leads into the office, which leads... Like, we'll have to fucking loop around. If we go back into the room with the carpet, if we need to run, we can just get out.
That's right, these are triangles.
You mean in there?
Yeah, the carpet, the big red thing.
The main entrance.
The main entrance.
The main entryway. Yes, these are triangles. That's right.
Okay, I'm stepping
just-
out into the main entry hall.
I get what you're saying, but
I mean, Fisk, you can fight him in the...
I prefer having the defensible position, which would be in this room.
Okay. You feel free to fight him in the library. Azure and I are going to go into the room where we can run from this frickin' place if we need to.
Seriously?
The safest place to stay, if you wish for true safety, is at home under your bed.
Exactly.
If you wish to take
Because
part
here's
in
the
the world,
thing: if your entire plan is to run, eventually you'll run out of places to run.
You think the spiders are gonna... If we needed to get the hell out of here, you think the spiders are gonna follow us outside and all the way back to Hartville?
you're probably not going to make it that far.
Okay.
You'll probably only make it as far as the fence.
Well, that's why we'll have you in the library to distract them, because it's such a defensible position. I would rather have a line out and away if we need to. So Van will move into the hall, further down than Azure.
Spiders are going to be like Jaws and follow your plane.
Yeah, exactly. This is the worst idea possible. Quite frankly.
I kind of think that staying in the library and doing nothing
We might as well just leave.
is a worse idea.
Let's just leave.
No.
Because apparently this is not a safe place.
What part of it's an asylum with giant spiders makes no, nothing in here is a safe place. I'm not saying we can find a completely safe place. I'm saying
we have to find a place to camp for the night.
No,
We're not camping in the outer hall.
The plan, okay, as far as, well, one, this hole came up because Ari was talking about, I saw there were more spiders.
You heard there were more spiders.
I heard. Oh, sorry. I heard there were more
You
spiders.
heard them skittering, and you... Yeah.
Really? You heard it from who?
Our plan, okay, out of character. Was our plan to bunker down for the night? I thought our plan was to go back to the turret, go downstairs, and see if we could quickly find Silas Bloodgood,
Yeah.
and then
No,
potentially
you're right.
get the fuck out of here. I was talking about camping. I was saying, oh, if I'm worried the spiders are about to be able to burst out the door, I want it in this room with a line of retreat if we have to fight them.
Sorry. Yes. You're right.
Yeah, okay.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. If we were camping, yes, I think the library would be the better place to camp, but I don't think that's our
That
plan.
is my mistake.
Okay.
I thought we were camping. Obviously, we're not. There's no reason to have that whole big old conversation because obviously we don't need to stay here.
Right. We were miscommunicating.
No,
and
we
that's
just
fine.
leave.
Right.
We just leave.
So let's all head out into the main entry hall. If we get jumped by more spiders, great. We've got plenty of room to fight and retreat.
Yeah, we can actually run. Yeah.
And if we don't get jumped, we can head down the hallway past where Dratch is presumably getting dinner ready, and go down the stairs.
I believe we did go into the library to do a little bit more searching.
We
and
did do
we
the
found
searching.
everything.
I have
So-
I have the loot
yeah,
that we
so-
got.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, I give you a list
Yeah.
last time.
Books, papers, psychological studies, also books on law, crime, and punishment, a scholarly journal compendium.
Yeah, and I have a bunch of
Spellbook.
scrolls to identify.
Yep, I've got the scrolls listed. I have been keeping track of our loot.
Yeah.
Yes, we have a
I've been
base.
keeping track of stuff that you have that you haven't identified yet.
Yeah, we've got a basic bitch wizard scroll book, which, depending on what I decide to do at level 2, I might ask if I can yoink. We've got some stuff which is
bitch.
we've got some stuff which is clearly we're just selling it. We've got some unidentified shit. We've got some cocaine, which is great. Yeah. So that sounds like a plan to begin making our way back.
Back to where?
Our plan at the end of last time was to go back to the turret through the double the swinging blades room and take a quick dip downstairs to see if it's like the cell block, and maybe we can rescue Silas before the night is out. Or before we have to spend the night here.
Okay.
Because our number one goal is rescuing Silas. Everything else is just bonus.
I don't know if this would be out of character knowledge, but
Don't put things on Appa's trackpad. Thank you. Okay.
Hey, Ari, how long before you let Munchkin GM
I
for you?
completely agree with you that that chances are he's going to be in the basement, but that's not usually where they keep people like this.
I mean, why not?
I think it depends on, are they keeping him as a prisoner or are they keeping him as an experiment?
I'm just saying, like, if people are trying to run this place like an asylum, they might not put them in the basement.
True, but that's why
But I'm not sure if that's out of character knowledge.
we're gonna take a quick look downstairs. If need be, we can take a quick look up a level 2.
Right. Yeah, I just kind of, that just popped into my head right then. I mean, going downstairs is, in my opinion, the right way to go.
Yeah, you're not wrong that it might not be.
And I'm also, as a player, not discounting the possibility that wherever we go will be the not place he is.
But all right. So yeah, we'll head back to the double guillotine room, and then downstairs.
Oh, he doesn't want you to. Okay, give me a second. Let me give him back to his mother. Okay, can you say bye-bye to chat? Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Say bye-bye, chat. Bye-bye, chat.
Oh.
Go back to mommy. Go to mommy. Love you. Bye-bye. Okay. Let me put all my dice back in my dice tray. He was like piling them up right next to my mouse, so I couldn't like do anything. Just a moment, technical limitations. I have too many dice.
What kind of gamer are you?
Huh?
You're claiming you have too many dice?
I mean,
You may have too many dice in that container currently. But that's
that is a reasonable statement. No, what you need is like a little chest of drawers. I actually have a little chest of drawers. It's got 4 drawers.
but there's
And I have them organized. This is most of my D20s. And
Yeah.
D10s.
Ari, do you have to swim through your dice to get to your bed?
Fuck.
no, it's mostly Legos.
In that case, you don't have enough dice.
But you have too many Legos.
Yeah, but you have too many Legos. Sorry.
You have too many Legos.
Oh, they're his Legos, so.
D20s and D8s, or D12s, and a bunch of D10s. Why are my D10s in here also? Whatever. I
Focus,
have
Jonathan,
another one
focus.
Of D6s that just spilled everywhere. But yeah, get some drawers.
Just get a bigger house. Yeah.
Get a bigger
Tell me
house.
about it.
So we're making our way back to the back to the swinging axe room, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gentlemen,
okay.
I'm gonna have to take a quick 2-minute break. I'll be right back, okay?
Okay.
Wait.
Yeah.
Okay, my headphones do not like the sound of Ren scratching at her tags.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, I was hearing some clicking while she was doing that. I don't think anybody noticed.
Notice what?
You holding up the book.
Oh, that's because this is OCD powers activating. Have I harmed my book by resting it temporarily on a space that I reasonably know doesn't actually pose any harm to it if it's short term, but because it's obsessive, I obsess about it.
Well, yeah, that's the whole thing with OCD, unfortunately.
Mikey put some very thin, very faint scratches on my laptop the week after I got it, and I had to be talked down from needing to return it and replace it.
Yeah. That's the right response.
Oh no, I get it, but it's the same thing as
I know.
There was a Gen Con where I limped through the entire week because one of my things is if I have dry skin, I pick at it, and I had picked at my heel until it bled.
Yeah.
And like the only thing that will stop me is, oh, I'm bleeding, or someone tells me to stop.
Mm-hmm.
Which, when I'm
All right,
alone in
I
my
have
room,
returned. I'm gonna go back to this scene. I have returned, and I have to share this. This happened live on the internet. Someone, not me, pissed my pants.
Wow.
You saw where he was sitting. Let's just make this. The joys of parenting.
Oh, aren't children great?
I don't know, Ari. Those look big enough to be your pants.
Well, no, he's saying they were his pants that were pissed. It's just that he didn't do the pissing. So we all know who it was. It was his wife.
It's true.
Hey, unfortunate thing happens to women's bodies after that fact.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway. All right. So you guys, there were so many distractions. You guys are popping into the kitchen first. Is that what you said?
No.
We're heading downstairs.
No, we are definitely not going to go back and see
We're
Dratch.
not going into the kitchen.
Dratch can do what Dratch can do, and we're just going to fucking leave him to it.
Okay, so
we're going to the double blade room to go downstairs.
We're going to the swinging blade room, yeah.
Yeah, so you're going up there to that, and then you're going to go downstairs? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. This one, okay. Looking for the right tab. Okay, so I'm going to place you here. And here. And here. And here. And we're going to open those doors and go down the stairs?
That's the plan.
Correct.
Okay. Let me set up the downstairs map.
Oh, thank God. I thought he was going to say roll initiative.
I've actually been looking for this guy. Glad I found him.
Where the hell? No, wrong document. Battle maps links. Oh, no, that's upstairs. Wait a minute. Let's downstairs. Copy. Please tell me it's going to work. Oh, thank God.
Ari, it's going to work. You asked me to tell you, and now I've told you.
Okay.
Our obligations have been fulfilled.
The ancient prophecies have been fulfilled!
Right. So, no, not that. Thank you. But this one. Okay. Map loading.
I was gonna say that screen. Wow, really put some effort into that. The 20 by 20. Woo.
Yeah, no, it's loading. Okay, so let's go to here to GM tools. We're going to reveal cells in line of sight, and that's going to be here. I don't have your tokens. Robot, was that the name of Azure? You are Robot Golem. I'm gonna put you there. We had a lute. No, was it a harp? Was that the name of it? Damn it, what was it? Straight don't remember. There's the spiked mace. Okay, so that one's Fisk. That's you. Let me just see if okay, we're gonna zoom in. So at the bottom of this stairwell, there is a closed door to the west. And while you decide what to do with that, I'm going to put the rest of you guys in. Fairy wand, was that yeah, that fairy wand. That was Zen's.
Hee hee!
There.
Open that door, bitches! Tee hee!
What the hell?
It's a liar. That's it, not a loot. I always confuse those.
I think the answer is I check the door for traps.
You check the door for traps. Make a perception check.
Hey, Jason, how's it going?
While I check the door for traps.
18.
18.
Is that the quintessential ad hoc Pathfinder experience, or just the quintessential ad hoc experience?
That's the quintessential Mikey experience.
Yeah.
Okay, we're in. Let's in G, right? Yeah, there it is. I'm so disorganized today. G. Okay, it's this door is not trapped, but it is locked.
Oh, well, all right. Thievery check 1 is a 22.
That is not a success.
Okay, that was a 17. So I can try to roll again, or we can move to violent options.
I was the
DC
violent
is-
option.
The DC is 25.
I need to roll a 20 to hit that. So let's go with violent options.
Violence is always the answer, except when it's not.
I mean, I can throw
Okay.
one more roll
Oh,
at
damn.
it. but-
What was the Star Wars book? Outlast? Outbreak? Damn it, what was it?
So who wants to kick
It
in the
was
door
one
and
of the
loot the room?
books. I do.
Allow me, please.
Oh, well, okay.
Yes,
I have a-
yes.
I have
Allow
a
the
hammer.
automaton to kick in the door, please.
Yes, but he doesn't have flesh.
Make an athletics check to force it open.
Probably not enough. 11 plus 7 is 18.
That is not enough. This is a very sturdy door. It seems to be made of like if it's not fully metal, then at least it's like covered in metal. There's no like window or anything, but it's like riveted. And there is a handle on it. with a keyhole. You see no light coming from this keyhole.
Well, I mean, I did knock rather loudly, so they certainly know we're here.
I don't have a key on the list of stuff that we got.
No.
That is correct.
Do we want to retreat or do we want to let Fisk hit it with a hammer?
Do I have a sense of what the difficulty, what the DC would be to force this door?
It would be 25.
Okay. I mean,
actually, no, it's 27 unless you have a crowbar.
Hilarious.
Oh, unless you have a crowbar.
You have a crowbar. Okay, so it's 25.
Sure. Which I would need to roll an 18 to hit, but okay. I mean, I'm certainly not saying that Fisk can't make the attempt if he wants to, and you might even throw the 20. But short of rolling that 20 out, we're not getting in this door. So there's a key somewhere we need to find. We probably want to retreat to the woods, set up camp somewhere, and camp for the night. I mean, if we don't want to
Are there hinges on this side of the door?
No, the hinges are on the other side of the door.
Clever.
Yeah, I'm with Azure. Unless we can, if we keep banging this on this all night, eventually we're gonna get somebody's attention. Let's pull back and come back in the morning.
We already have someone's attention.
Well,
I mean, we have a giant spider's attention. I'm sure.
Watching Azure trying to bust open the door, if I were to, kind of like looking at how the door jarred and stuff like that, if I were to hit the area around the locking mechanism, would that make it better or worse?
What is the nature of the weapon you wield?
A maul. It is a at least the way I imagine it.
It's a
kind
big
of
old hammer. It's a big old hammer.
It's a big old hammer. Basically, I'm thinking Dwemer Warhammer. It's a big two-handed weapon with kind of more of an enlarged. It's a cross. Just in my own head, it's kind of the cross between a sledgehammer and the railroad tie hammer things that they have. So kind of like that big.
It's a big old hammer.
It's a big old hammer.
You can certainly try. I will allow that to count as a crowbar in this case. So your DC would be 25 on an athletics check.
So it would still be.
But I will tell you this: you will make a hell of a racket.
Yeah,
I will make a hell of a racket, and I will also likely destroy the lock.
So I can.
Well, you gave me the advantage of telling me the DC, therefore I will not attempt to do it.
What were you saying, Matt?
Well, so I have. I can cast Diviner Sight on somebody if they want to try again.
What does that do?
When the target attempts a non-secret saving throw or skill check, it can use the number that I rolled instead of rolling.
But the problem is you are still needing to roll an 18, 19, or 20.
Yeah.
It is still shooting for the moon. I'm with Azure. Let's retreat for now. We can try upstairs in the morning, find the key, and come back down.
Try upstairs in the morning? Why wouldn't we try upstairs now?
I mean, we could peek our head upstairs.
I mean, we can't go downstairs.
That's true.
We haven't wasted a lot of time going down.
That's true. Because the upstairs stairs are in the same, basically in the same room. Yeah.
Yeah. We never did go upstairs, did we?
No.
One set of stairs. There are two sets of stairs leading upstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are going up the same set of stairs in this general area, not in the other area.
Yeah, let's peek our head up and see what it looks like up there.
But before we leave, detect magic.
Presence of magic.
Oh, really? Hey guys,
Dun,
guys,
dun, dun.
something's going on here. If you give me like what 10 minutes? No, 1 minute. I can. No, that's not the one. What is the one? I have an ability for determining what the magic is.
So when Azure said there's something going on here, Fisk snickered a little bit.
Yeah, Mabian says, "Oh my god, it finally worked."
Might I suggest, Zentair and Vander, that wait until we actually have the ability to do something about whatever it is you discover?
If it turns out it's a magic lock on the door, can you dispel it?
Ooh, let's see. That is an excellent question.
That would probably be under spells.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything that would let me dispel
Then
it.
all we could do is...
Do you have a spell that can lock something?
No.
Do you have a spell that can open something that is locked?
I mean, no.
Both of those are wizard spells.
No, but I mean,
That's
yes,
why
but they're
I'm
not.
asking it.
They're not spells that my character took.
Okay.
Right? I could try to do damage to the door. That's about it.
Yeah, that's not going to help.
Yeah.
I think it's actually a fair idea for us to get what reconnaissance we can. So I am willing to wait. How far do you need to be from the door?
Let's see here.
I might be backtracking on this, actually.
It doesn't say.
It should.
So yeah, Ari, identify magic.
You're going to cast Identify Magic?
Yep.
It's not a cast, it's an action. It's a skill check.
Oh, right. Sorry. It's an action. Let me look it up. Hold on one sec.
Okay.
Make an occultism check.
Ooh. That's gonna be a 24. 17 plus 7.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. There is definitely something behind the door. It is not the door itself or the lock or anything like that. The door is not what is magical that you are detecting with your detect magic.
Okay.
It's something behind the door. The door is quite thick and somewhat blocking. So what you're getting is kind of fuzzy. But you're getting that it's like it's something persistent. It's almost like a buzz or a hum. Not in like an animal sense necessarily, but just there's this like baseline of like
He has
I'm
discovered
getting
electricity.
I'm getting something weird. And it's not going up or down like in intensity. But it's definitely there. And to get through a door like this and still be as clear as it is, despite the signal sort of being really fuzzy and staticky in your head, it's going to have to be something pretty strong behind this door.
Okay, so they've got a magical electrical fence behind the door.
Could be anything, really.
I know, I'm just calling.
Ari,
I'm calling my shot right now.
Alright, since that takes 10 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and heal myself my last point of damage. And then recover my focus point.
Okay, that was using lay on hands and then recover your focus point?
Yep.
With the other 10 minutes? Okay. Cool. So I believe everybody's at full health. Zen, have you cast any spells today?
Yes.
Like, how are you for first level spell slots?
I have used 2 of my spells. Two of my first level spells. That is.
Yeah.
One was the message rune when we busted through the fence, and the other one was when I cast Pocket Library.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Message. Okay. Wait, message is message rune is a first level spell. Okay.
Yeah.
You identified the spell? Oh, no. I'm sorry.
No, I was just asking about his spell
remembered
slot.
what it was. Yep.
Yeah, this has nothing to do with identifying magic.
Yeah.
So, so you guys are going to set this door aside for later. Am I right?
I think that's the plan.
Okay. So, let me reopen the... Get this here. While the map loads. Is that just about done? Good. Okay, so as you guys come back upstairs, and I'm gonna zoom back in. Reminder, this door right here. Are you able to see my cursor at all?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can see my cursor. Okay. So this door right here is the door.
We can see your cursor when it's on the screen.
Yeah, right now your cursor is off the screen.
Is it?
Okay, your cursor is right now not visible. But it was visible a second ago.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Do you see?
We cannot see it over the map. We can only see it on the...
You only see it up there. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's so lame. Okay, so I'll have to do it from here. Okay, so the whole point is that door right smack in the middle there, that east door.
The one we came in?
Door, that's the door you came in from.
Yes.
Yep.
And here's where you are now.
Yes.
Yep.
Were you guys planning on exiting the asylum for overnight?
We're going to peek our head upstairs to see what it looks like, and then we were planning on exiting the asylum and camping in the nearby woods.
Okay. Let me open up the second floor.
Yeah, we're going to go out into the hallway, into the set of double doors opposite the double doors we came in, so we can go up the stairs.
Okay. It is rendering. Okay. So, you pop up those stairs. Where is my tool? There. This is where you pop up the stairs.
Hey, Azure, would you mind checking out that door?
Why Azure? I'm the one that checks it for traps.
Maybe I don't like him very much. I don't know.
Going down the rankings in the party. I will check this door for traps.
This door has no traps.
Okay.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I'm sorry. This door is open.
Oh, well, then I won't check it for... I guess, given the last one was a pressure plate, I won't check the door for traps, but I'll check...
the floor.
Around the floor.
There's no traps here. This is just a stairwell.
Then what's this... Yeah, let's peek our heads in this room.
Okay. What am I looking at down here? Oh, there's a rendering glitch on the.
Maybe, and are you saying I'm behind Dratch in the party now?
Yes.
Okay.
I have to share the stupid moment that I just had, because I just had the stupid moment of, well, that's weird that this floor is the exact same layout as the floor beneath it. Of course it is! It's a building, you dumbass!
How fascinating! The building appears to have multiple levels of the same basic shape.
Apparently I was expecting some non-Euclidean geometry on this fucking floor.
Oh, maybe instead I was already behind Dratch, now I'm behind the spider.
Well, technically all real geometry is non-Euclidean, but hey, you know, whatever.
In the Lovecraftian sense. Alright, so... I think...
So yeah, there's another large hallway up here. What you see actually all the way down the hallway...
That looks pretty cell blocky.
Yeah, there's some like barred doors. These are just like portcullises, like bars.
Yeah, I think we may have found what we were looking for. Do we want to jet down there and take a look?
Yes.
Yeah. Because like I said, that seems to be what we were looking for downstairs. So let's go see if we can find John Doe and Silas Bloodgood.
Okay, so as you move down here, I'm not even bothering. Here, look here. One token means that's the party.
Fine.
Yeah, you guys are a dragon. So you definitely see that there are these are like cell blocks, and each. So the doors down these hallways, on either side of the hallway. Can you see them? Yes. So each of those doors are like strong wooden doors with a tiny little window in the top that with a couple of bars in it. None of them are lit from the inside. Now, western down this down this hallway, there are two other doors, which are rooms Q and R. Open or closed? Let me see. I don't even remember what these rooms are. I wrote them in. Oh, that's downstairs. Upstairs.
Well, that was so long ago. Yeah.
You wrote it down, so you wouldn't have to remember.
That's a great line.
Yeah. So those couple of doors there are closed.
The only two of us that have dark vision are me and Azure, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Azure, why don't you go down one hallway and take either Fisk or Zen with you. I'll go down the other hallway and take the other, and we'll check the cells because we can see the best into a dark cell.
Okay. Oh, and you should know there. I'm sorry. There are
400 orcs.
Well, that's
oops. Whoa.
My experience has shown that
make this
when he suggests that, I pipe up. Fisk pipes up. That might seem like a good idea, but in my experience, it's never a good idea to cut the group in half. Things happen, and it causes problems.
So you should know the up here at the top of this hallway, there are some doors that that all of them are closed. The UI was being an asshole.
Okay.
And out of character, don't split the party.
Well, but splitting the party, out of character, I don't think. Can you scroll back down, Ari?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't think out of character. I don't think going down these two prongs and then coming back counts as splitting the party because we're still in the same narrative space. the point of, hey,
True.
if we get jumped by more cockroaches, maybe we all want to be together for protection, is a good one.
Yeah, I'm almost
one of them.
worried that there's some security measure that'll close off a door.
Yeah.
That'll separate us.
I'm fine with the
No,
I'm
and-
fine with the in character security concern. I just don't think it
Yeah.
counts as splitting the party.
True, but so in character, that is what I said.
Yeah. Then let's
Continuing in character, I would recommend going down the south hallway, because the way that the common room downstairs seemed to work makes me think that the ones on the east hallway are some of the more low security inmates that are able to take care of themselves a little bit better.
Oh,
I don't know that we know that there's anyone here, but sorry, Corey, I cut you off.
no, you're good. You're good.
So as you actually,
Well, yeah, there's probably
as
nobody
you're
here. I'm
discussing that-
talking about where they probably would have kept him in some of the more well-secured cells.
I'm fine going south first. I don't have a connection. Azure, or I don't have a strong conviction. Azure, did you have something you were going to say?
I did just notice that there is a set of stairs that lead up from that end of the hallway, as well as a set that leads down to the common room.
Yeah.
I figured that that's actually going to go all the way up. I almost think that might be an annex to this whole building.
I
There wasn't a
wonder.
specific tower.
I wonder.
So-
I'm sorry?
something that you notice while you're standing here, just kind of like looking around, like trying to figure out where to go next, is that the cells in this eastern hallway have different door styles than the southern hallway. The southern hallway has much sturdier looking doors. The iron banding on the doors looks to be thicker and stronger, and maybe it's a different wood, like, you know, a much like a much firmer oak or something, rather than you know, whatever simple like that door is made of one plank rather than, you know, multiple just like slats you know, made into a door of that you see in the east hallway. So the south hallway, definitely, yes, you can tell, much higher security area. But obviously you can't get into either right now, either hallway, because of the bars that are there.
Okay.
Oh, that's what those are. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, he said he's.
I
he
thought
said it was
you
like
were
a porthouse.
describing the cells as having the bars, not that
No.
those were bars. Okay, so let's take a look. How do we get through the bars?
Yeah,
I'm just gonna-
Yeah, these are bars here.
Okay.
I'm just gonna throw up dancing lights right now, so that everybody else can see. You know, those of us that don't have low light vision.
Okie doke.
If you didn't, I was going to pull out a torch.
Lucky for you, I am beyond the need for torches.
Okay, so what are we looking at while he's being classist?
So these are pretty thick iron bars. There may be like you can get an arm through, but you couldn't get a leg through. Like they're about, I don't know, maybe 4 to 6 inches apart. And these are in much better shape than the bars on the fence outside that Mikey cut himself on earlier today.
Yeah, that hurt, by the way.
Even though that was like 5 sessions ago.
We are going through this so slowly.
Well, not necessarily.
Can I I'm transcribing my notes into a...
Sure, go ahead.
Oh, never mind. Let's see. Yeah, I am going to need to find out. What was the goddess what was the goddess that was the object of that chapel?
It was a god.
It was Iardalos.
Yeah.
It's spelled IARDAELOS.
Thank you.
You recognize him as the lawful neutral god of civilization and law. He is one of the 7. You see him on public buildings. especially those to do with like the criminal justice system, town halls and village halls, things like that.
Our milkshake brings all the boys to the Yardalos.
Hey,
As
Ari.
long as you don't drop it into the open computer.
I was trying not to go there.
Ari, question for you.
Yeah.
Thinking back to that door that we were having a problem with in the basement. Could we have just made a straight attack roll against it?
That's what we were talking about with Omaha's character, and the problem was it's still a pretty high hit, and it would make a fuck ton of noise.
Right, but one of the hero point cards that Ari drew was after failing an attack roll, convert it to a success.
It's not an attack roll; it's a skill check.
Well, that's why I'm asking.
If I would have done it, it would have been an attack roll.
But we also...
it's a skill check. That's how the system works. It's not an attack roll because it's an inanimate object. You don't attack an inanimate object like that. You use an athletics check to try to get through it.
So the truth is, you're actually both right. There are two ways to do it. There's probably a gazillion ways to do it, but those are the two most common. So the most common way is, as Corey says, which is to use the skill check. And it's an athletics check, and the action is called Force Open. You can straight up hit an object if you want. Objects have AC and hardness and hit points. It is not in your best interest. I'm telling you this out of game. It is not in your best interest to try that.
Yeah, because the reinforced door is going to have a hardness of something like, what, 10?
Right. And that's...
I think it's 10. Right. It's probably got an HP of like 25.
Because in that point, you are converting it to a success to hit, but that doesn't guarantee you're going to do fuck all to get through it.
Well, I mean, we've got
it's got an AC of crazy low because it doesn't defend itself. It's a door.
Yeah.
Right.
Usually the AC is like 10, but for a door like that, I would actually expect the hardness to be at least 15.
The problem there is not the thing that we can spend hero points to fix. We're gonna hit it because, like, I can punch the wall.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean and spending a hero point to ensure that I punch the wall doesn't help me bring down the wall.
Well, I mean, I'm saying that we've got 4 of us with 3 hero points each.
Right, but that means that we're sitting there banging on it like crazy. Each doing 2 hit points like each time. It's I understand where you're coming from, but the thing that we can spend hero points on is we're not going to fail the attack roll.
Right.
And that's what we can spend it on.
Unless we roll a d20.
The difference between attacking the door and forcing open the door, what cops do with their battering ram is forcing open the door. What the guy in The Shining did is attacking the door.
Yeah.
One is more effective than the other.
Right. Like I said, I get where you're coming from, but at the point that we're doing it as an attack, the issue is not we're failing to hit it unless we're very incompetent, which, listen, we're level 1. Right. We might miss some of those rolls. But the bigger problem is we just don't generate enough damage to do anything, and the hero point card doesn't help with damage.
So when you attack an object, has hang on a second. An object has hardness, and hardness is a stat that represents how much damage it just shrugs off when you try and hit it. Your weapon has hardness. If I were to, if an enemy were to hit you in the weapon and try and aim for your weapon, trying to break your sword is going to shrug a lot of that damage off, but it's going to have a notch in it.
Okay.
So your sword can get damaged. That's an example. Now, a door like this has a very high hardness. And you are not going to damage it enough fast enough that you're not going to be immediately killed.
Yeah. So,
Because
And that's what
that
Corey
kind of
was
attack
trying
would
to say.
be extremely loud and obviously destructive. Everybody would hear the clangs and the crunches.
speaking of things we don't know how to get
It would
through,
be probably bad.
what are we
I
going to
just-
do about
so-
these bars?
I just
the
want
bar.
to say. I just want to say, if we actually did that and we busted down the door, I would immediately poke my head through and be like, "Here's Zen."
Of course you would. What are we going to do about these bars? Do we think maybe like these 2 rooms off to the side are like a guard room where maybe there is a button? I realized I pointed and none of you can see that. The 2 doors to the west.
Are they independently? Is there some mechanism that's remotely located?
Yeah,
that
I would.
Is there a lock here on the portcullises?
I mean, the portcullises themselves have like a lock. Like there's,
Oh,
there's
well,
a
fuck
place
it.
for a
All
key.
right. Okay.
Yeah, this is not modern day.
All right then.
You, Is there a place where these things are going to be opened? Probably not.
It's
Yeah.
magic.
Are you going east or south?
The south, because we said those were more likely to be where Fisk had suggested the south.
And they are also the more secure looking doors.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that. I got an 11.
You got an 11? That is a fail, but you did not. It's not a crit fail.
Right. Okay, that was better. 22.
That is a success, not a critical success.
So I need at least one more.
Yeah. Oh wait, you said south, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Well, I'm going to need to buy some new thieves' tools.
Oh,
Ooh, how bad.
Nat 1.
Natural 1. Your thieves' tools snap off.
Do you want to spend a hero point?
Oh, hero point. Yes. I will spend a
Okay.
I will spend a hero point. Thank you for reminding me of the fucking mechanic.
Please
Do you
don't
wanna
roll another
re-roll it?
one.
I got an 18.
There we go.
Okay.
Swing.
That is a fail.
But it's not a crit fail. Whee!
That an 18? Oh, a total of 18. I
Yeah,
thought
a
you
total of
rolled
18.
The die was an 18.
What
Is
is
this
my
a performance check? Are
No.
you dancing for the lock?
I can only substitute performance for intimidation or society. I can't actually substitute it for anything. So I've got another failure.
The lock.
I've got another failure, but not a crit failure. How about a 21?
That is a success. Did you get 3 so far or 2?
2?
That was his second.
You need 3.
Nat 20.
Okay. That's a success. That's actually 2 successes.
Right, which is wasted.
Wow, you even managed to.
Impression the lock.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
Yeah.
I was gonna go. You even managed to lift the secret pin that most people don't see.
Yeah.
Roll
So
the odds of
that,
rolling both a natural 1 and a natural 20 on the same series of checks.
So that
It's almost like it's totally random.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move you as a party. If I have to split you guys up, I will.
I think we're fine moving as a blob until we have a tactical section.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, this bit opens and it's not the full 10 feet of width. It opens. It slides open. With an audible clang. About 4 feet wide. So you can totally go in and out of this hallway.
Okay, then let's just run down the hall, check in the cells, and see who we find.
Hello. Wait, sorry.
No.
Hello, is there anybody here?
Let's not do that. That's what Mikey is demonstrating what we're not doing.
If you do that, I will put a hatchet in your back.
And we won't complain.
That's not where you're supposed to keep your hatchet, John. Or I'm sorry,
Fisk.
Fisk. Thank you.
Oh.
In this case, I'll make an exception.
Oh my God.
What have you
One of the dogs farted.
We didn't trigger a trap, but the trap was triggered nonetheless. Oh God.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Oh. It's probably Ren, since we had to feed her the adult
Ren.
food.
Oh, because nobody refilled the container?
Yeah.
Okay, raise your hand if you got peed on in the last hour.
I'm not saying, oh look, I'm not saying there hasn't been plenty of grossness going around.
Gas attack take.
Yeah.
Take 1 poison damage, yeah, for a gas attack.
Okay, so we're checking the hallway.
Okay.
Jesus.
So,
I
all right,
believe
so,
you actually do have a hatchet, Mabian.
Yes.
so
this
as
goes
you
ahead.
as you come into this hallway, something there's an odor, and and it smells.
You don't say.
Yeah. It smells absolutely. It smells just like disgusting, but like it's faint. Because it's
not faint.
Well, this is faint, but it's like the little whiffs of it that you get are just absolutely horrible. So there's actually a let me scroll down a bit. There is in fact a single torch sconce at the back on the back wall, on the southern wall of this. And yeah, this hallway definitely does lead to like isolation cells for more problematic patients. So as you come down through it, any particular any cell you want to take a look in first? They don't have they all seem to be like barred now that you're looking closer. They're barred from the outside, but not yeah, they're barred from the outside.
Was there like an observation hatch?
There's an observation hatch. They're closed in each one. The hatch is very, very small. It's like big, like maybe, I don't know, maybe the size of a baseball or an apple.
Oh gosh, that's incredibly small.
Does it open from the inside or the outside?
It opens from the outside. It's just a little
It would
sliding.
be a really shitty jail if they could just keep their observation.
Maybe it's not a jail. You know, maybe.
Let's just start on one side and start, or since it's not splitting the party, Azure and I can each take a wall, peek in and see with our dark vision.
Let's each of us, in whatever order you want, take a look at the first 4 rooms.
Okay,
left, right.
So using the light from the dancing lights, what you see is that the cells are padded on all 4 walls, and the ceiling and the floor.
And probably the door, but we can't see that.
Most likely. And each one has a small, like a drain set into the center of the floor. And as you get close to the hatch and look in, yeah, that is definitely where the foul smell is coming from, is that, that drain.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, so these doors are very thick and barred. They've got that small window, and the only light in those cells comes in from the hallway. So those first 4 that you take a look into, these first 4 are in fact devoid of life. There's nobody and nothing really in them. Did I just get rid of your token? Where are you?
We can see our token.
Oh, well, it disappeared on my screen, so I had to replace it.
I'm sorry, can I ask one more question?
Yeah.
From earlier. What was the name of the warden?
Rosalie von Breck.
Yeah, Rosalie von Breck. Breck.
And she would be a distant relation of the town's magistrate, correct?
No, not necessarily. That's not who you saw. You saw on that.
Oh, sorry. That's right. It was the picture on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that. Was there a nameplate under it, by the way? I didn't think there was.
No, there was not.
Okay, never mind.
So they obviously trusted their plumbers very a great deal, because this is directly above the kitchens, and it was flushing the way straight through the floor. All right, so let's check the next floor.
Where do you think they got their water supply?
Gross. Okay, let's check the next floor.
Okay. Let's mirror that one. One sec. Okay. So the next two that you find, so these next two here, the one on the left, there's a that's supposed to be a skeleton. But you know,
a very fleshy skeleton.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was either that or that. Actually, or no, there's this one. That one works.
Okay, yeah. That the hand out of the ground is a lot more threatening.
Yeah.
Brains.
Yeah. So there's just like a skeleton lying in pieces. This is just human remains. It's got like
just human remains.
Yeah, I'm saying it's not like a like an undead creature. No, this is human remains in here. In fact,
nobody thinks we should call the cops.
I certainly would not be surprised if this individual was left here when the asylum was closed, and people just forgot that he was in here.
Mm-hmm. So, opposite, in the other one, there's also human.
That's a zombie.
There's also human remains, but this one has, in fact, reanimated.
Okay, it is a zombie.
So this one is a zombie. There is currently a door, a very sturdy door, between you and it.
Let us maintain the door.
Yeah. Down here, nothing. But over here, oh, that's a good one. Oh, what a great little icon.
Oh. Oh dear.
There's someone in there, chained up, breathing.
Does he appear to be well-to-do?
It does not appear to be a he.
Does she appear to be well-to-do?
You can't tell because she is a little girl.
Oh, fuck.
This is either going to be super haunted or we need to get her out of here right now. Let's err on the side of, let's get her the fuck out of there right now.
So this little girl is in there barely breathing, like very like
Oh, so kind of death rattles?
barely conscious, in a straitjacket and attached to the wall with chains.
Oh my. Van, you wanna pick the lock on that door?
We're gonna assume the door is locked.
Is the door locked, Ari?
This door is locked.
Okay.
Where the fuck did my die
With
just
a lock, because you said barred.
Right in front of the
Is this
Which to me suggests
is this a
barred.
pickable door?
I mean, there's a bar on it you can easily lift
Oh.
off,
That's what I thought it was.
and there is a keyhole, like a lock.
Oh shit! There's both. Damn. They did not trust these guys at all.
19.
Fail.
Wow.
DC on this one is 20.
Okay. Spending another hero point. Don't tell me whether I failed or succeeded. I will roll twice.
You're doing that one, huh?
The one from the cards?
Yeah.
Okay, this is critical moment. Reroll that check twice. Take the best of those 3 results.
Are you doomed one?
How do you get rid of doomed?
Sleep on it.
Okay, because I rolled literally a 1, and a 2.
Wow! Holy shit! Oh,
so
the dice are not your friend.
My
tonight.
luck, and literally I rolled the 2d20 from this color change set, and I got a 1 and a 2. So my luck.
Thank you very much. M-Park, you have another hero point. That, however, was a fortune effect, and they do not stack.
Right. So my lockpicks break.
That is true. Your lockpicks break. Those are critical fails. Because the best result there was a 2 plus whatever.
Yeah, a 7.
What's the whatever? It's a plus 7?
No, it's plus 5. It's a total of 7.
Plus 5. Yeah, that's a crit fail.
Yeah. Now I'm angry for multiple reasons. Does someone want to just take care of this door now that I can't?
Azure, what's your athletics?
+7.
You have more athletics than I do. Go.
I cannot believe I rolled a 1, a 1,
like I said,
and a fucking 2.
Intention would be hammer the door down. Yours is a better idea.
I will try to pry the door open with my crowbar.
Try not to roll a 1 and break your fucking crowbar.
Make your athletics check.
Crowbars are not such precise implements as yours. 17 plus 7 is 24.
There we go.
That'll do it. So this door kind of snaps out of its frame, and you can open this door. So the door opens, and you didn't really make a whole lot of noise doing it either. It went pretty clean.
Excellent.
Yeah, this may maybe a good strategy for the future. Okay, so you enter this room. This girl seems to be a young teenager, maybe like 13, 14. Now that you can see her up close, she's tied up in a straitjacket. She is barely conscious. She's unable to cry for help anymore. And like she's moments from death. Like if you had left her, she would have died.
Are we looking at a healing spell? Are we looking at a medicine check? Because I've got soothe and multiple of us.
Check. I have a medicine bonus of 5,
and that's what mine is 4. But I also, like I said, I have a first level spell left, and I will spend it on her.
If you want to spend your first level spell, that is perfectly fine. I think it's.
I can do it with a focus point. I mean, if it's just provide hit points, I can do that with a focus spell, which comes back sooner than your first level spell slots do.
Fair. Ari, what are we looking at to help her?
To help her out, she needs healing. She's at 1 hit point. She's also like completely emaciated. You can see she's she's skin and bones.
Okay, then you want to spend your focus point. We'll get her out and feed her.
I was gonna say, I assume, yeah, we have rations with us.
Yeah, but I don't think stop to give her bread right now is necessarily the best play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the good thing with magical healing is
right.
It'll heal all of that problem, and then she can eat.
Well, maybe. Yeah, but either way, lay on hands does 6 points of healing.
Okay.
Lay on hands is a wonderful thing.
It really is, right? She again, yeah. Okay, and she kind of like gasps. Water.
Well, water we can do pretty easy.
So do you have anything to give her, like to some food and drink?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I think most of us have a water skin.
Yeah.
She takes it from whoever prefers it, and just downs the whole thing, and then she looks. Who are you?
We're here to help.
We're here to get you out.
What's your name?
Oh, thank you. My name is Maxie. They took me. That horrible woman. She does things to people.
Maxie, do you know if they're keeping anyone else here? If there's anyone else alive?
I don't know if there's anyone else alive, but there are other prisoners.
Okay.
While you are dealing with this, Zen, why don't we look at the rest of the cells in this block?
Okie dokie. Not that I'll be able to.
You can resolve that however you want to resolve that.
I mean, I'll tell you right now, they're empty. While you take a look.
And you've got fairy lights, so you can say. The question for us now is: do we take her out, or do we also try to go down the other row?
Take her out. She's too delicate, and she's young and a teenager.
Yeah, I'm worried if we have a fight and we drop her.
I would be worried. I would honestly prefer to take her back to town tonight, but I think it's too dangerous.
There's no way we go back to town without Silas.
Yeah, if we go back to town without Silas, we're in trouble with the possible vampire.
Well, I mean...
But I'm also concerned, like, honestly, if... As risky as it is, I think we should take her down the other cell block, because if we can get Silas out too, if we find Silas, we don't have to worry about leaving her in the forest tomorrow.
Were the portcullises, did we open both of them, or did we just open one set?
Just one.
So
how are we going to get the other one open?
We're going to see if Azure and Fisk can welcome us to the gun show. And...
Yep.
Fisk, can you pick her up? Oh, we let her out of the goddamn straitjacket. Like, let's be clear about that. Like, we're not just throwing her around.
As we're giving her water, we are removing the straitjacket from her.
Can you carry her? Azure, we can see if you can get the portcullis. I would rather take both Silas and her out if we can find Silas. That way we can go back to town immediately without getting jumped by Mr. Bloodgood.
So let me just resolve one part of that, which is that as you are taking her out of the straitjacket and undoing the straps, you see that she's dressed in prisoner's garb, basically just like linen or wool scraps of just like brown, filthy fabric, and they don't do a whole. It's not great on coverage, so you can see that just like her arms and legs and her neck are just completely covered in bruises and welts and scabs from being cut up.
What the fuck have they been doing here?
Yeah, we're gonna come back and light the entire place on fire. But let's get Silas, make sure we get Silas out before we come back tomorrow, hopefully, with a mob with pitchforks and torches.
Okay. So you've released her from her straitjacket and from the chains.
Zen, do you have the sending spell?
No. No, I'm a very useless wizard.
All I've got is message.
That is in a lot of cases a color spell.
Yeah.
It's useful in very rare circumstances. The fact that you don't have it doesn't mean that you're useless. Seriously.
I mean, look, it was not that made me say that.
It's also a 5th level spell.
Oh.
So...
Oh shit. Yeah, no.
Yeah, the spell we have at our level is Message, which is 150 feet, I think. 120 feet. I can't even get to 150 feet. All right, so let's go back out to the main hallway with Maxie and see if we can force the other portcullises.
All right. She does indicate that she can walk pretty
oh, okay.
Like slowly, but she's but she's barefoot, so she's somewhat.
That's one of the nice
given
things
the
about
circumstances. She's very light on her feet. You guys
Fair.
are making more noise than she is.
I was less worried about her making noise than I was. Is she capable of walking after being tortured for however long?
Remember, she got laid on hands.
True.
Magical healing does a lot.
All right, so we go back out to the main area.
Okay.
Azure, do you want to try the other portcullis?
Absolutely.
All right.
Bend those bars.
How much are my fucking feet?
Another athletics check with the crowbar. I don't think it's...
Oh, no, this wasn't athletics. This was... oh, yeah, it was athletics. I'm sorry.
It is
now.
Go ahead. Yeah, it wasn't before.
So I don't think the 3's going to do it, so I'll burn one of their hero points. It became a 15. So 15 plus 7 is 22.
Okay, so as you pry with your crowbar and you really kind of put your all into it, the lock that's kind of built into the bars, in between two bars there, just like
Kaptoing.
yeah, basically, it just kind of twists, and the metal is all twisted and broken, and the bars now slide. This was a little bit louder, however, than
And the door.
the door was.
Or than picking it.
Yeah.
Plus, now I have
Oh,
to
don't
buy.
worry about it. It's okay. It's okay, M Park. You're doomed anyway. So
Yeah. Well, plus, even if I survive, now I have to buy a thieves kit from these nice people, which means I probably have to lie and, buy little tools. Like, oh, I just need jeweler's tool. Anyway, let's go down the hallway.
What's a jewel? They know. I'm being silly.
Okay.
Okay, so
Same deal. Start the closest ones, search them, and move on as need be.
all right. So the locked doors to each cell are pretty sturdy. They have like 1 foot square windows set into them. That are there's bars going this way so that you can get like a tray of food or something in. There is a stairwell at the end of this hallway, by the way, that extends both up and downward.
Which we know goes to the rec room downstairs, which is probably the fastest way to get out if Silas is here.
Yes.
Probably. So, oops, that's wrong.
How many floors does this building have?
You've seen 2, and you've also seen.
I've also seen the outside.
The outside. When this goes up, this one that goes up, it just covers this little wing. Like this is the tallest part right here.
So, two floors above.
We are at the top floor.
2 floors above ground, at least 1 floor below ground.
Yeah. So.
Plus an attic over this wing.
Yeah. So looking in each one, there's no human remains. These are basically just empty cells that are, in shitty condition. There's, a pallet in each one to sleep on. And I mean, do you open any of the doors or?
Not if we don't see anybody, I don't think.
Yeah, there's no people, there's no human remains.
Yeah.
No object you can see really.
If someone could be hiding in the corner in a fashion that you couldn't see them from the observation port, then we would open the doors at that point, but otherwise we have no reason to.
Yeah.
So, just real quick, just in case, the skeleton was quite old, correct?
I mean, it definitely seemed that way, yes.
What about the zombie?
Did it appear to have any resemblance to the description of blood of Silas that we had been given?
For which we can walk back down that hallway and try to make a visual ID.
I'm trying to think what the check would be for that.
Perception?
What do you guys think? Would that be perception or?
See, this is where 5th Ed rules comes into play a little bit better. Because I would call it an intelligence. I would call it an intelligence perception check.
But
I don't think that kind of thing works in Pathfinder.
Yeah, you know, why don't you just make a straight perception check?
I mean, how old is the corpse?
The real corpse or the Zombo corpse?
Well, I think we're talking about the zombie.
The animate one, the one that's moving. He's
Don't
only
know
been
if
missing
that
for 2 or
matters.
if there's decomposition to
You
the
would
point,
know more than I would.
if there's decomposition to the point that there's like visible bone, for instance, that probably means he was killed more than 2 weeks ago, and that's the last time somebody saw Silas, right?
15 perception.
15 perception check.
18 here.
18. Okay, so the bare glimpse that you got before was just like, zombie.
Oh, you want me to roll it?
Snapped away from the little hatch. But this time, looking a little bit closer, this zombie is female.
So not Silas.
That answers that question. Unless Silas is, you know.
Silas was described as a son. We have no reason to believe anything else. Okay, well, shit.
No. We know he's not dead, and we know he's not a zombie.
We know he's
at
not
least so far.
Right. We know he is not the corpse or the zombie we have found. We do not know he is not
You
dead.
know he's not this zombie.
All right. I think we take her out. We camp in the woods, and then we leave her as best we can while we come back in the morning.
So,
or wait, how?
We could see her.
Go ahead, Corey.
I could lead her to the edge of town.
Yeah.
Point her at the inn, but just not stay in town while the rest of you are sleeping.
Yeah.
If we were going to go back to town, it would be drop off girl, go back. I would not stay in town.
Yeah, I think Azure, if you can escort her, point her in the direction of the inn and tell her to tell them what's happening, we'll sleep, because you don't need any sleep, do you?
Let me double check. I don't believe I do. Oh no, I do need a short period to like.
You got to recharge your batteries.
Basically, yeah, but it's like 2 hours.
I think it was like 2 hours though.
Okay.
2 hours?
So you can get to. You could get to and from Hartville with her.
Yeah.
And still accomplish that. We can camp in the woods, set a watch, and get what we need.
I think that's the best way to go.
So,
I hope you're not going to run into any fauna, but...
As do I, but...
So which way are we going to go downstairs?
I think...
The closest stairs?
I want to go back down the way we came up.
Okay. Just to
that'll
not...
put us out closest to the door.
Yeah.
To the exterior door.
And we don't have the concern of cockroaches.
Okay. So the 5...
Remember, we did bar that other door.
Oh, true.
So the 5 of you, that means the party plus Maxie, quietly make your ways down the way you came to that external door the way you came in. Mm-hmm. You open the door and go out into the night. And just as you are about to close the door behind you, you hear from within the building, far away, but loud enough to carry, "Dalton! Dratch!" A female voice who is not pleased. And we're going to take a break. And we're going to take a break right now so I can go do some parenting. And we'll continue in a couple of minutes.
Munchkin!
Dalton was Drax's friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting the flow chart or the org chart.
Is some people gonna die?
Listen, we spared Dratch. We didn't fight Dratch, but if Dratch comes after us, like we found a fucking 13-year-old in a straitjacket having been tortured. Yeah, we're not the baddies here if we burned this place to the goddamn ground. I just want to make sure we're not murdering the son of the vampire mob boss when we do it. But
unless he's in on it, he's not in on it.
he's not in on it. I am going to hit the restroom real quick. Hey, Eli, welcome back. We are also taking a quick break, so I will be right back.
Everything is going fantastically. So far, we have... we went upstairs, examined some of the cells,
You want to break out again? No.
and found a 13-year-old girl being held here against her will in a straitjacket and having been tortured and basically left on death's doorstep. Ari said she had 1 hit point. I would probably say she might have been at 0 and was about to fail her last death check. We are taking her out of the asylum, and we're going to well, Azure is going to go back to town alone to drop her off. And as we're leaving, we hear the warden screaming in the facility, demanding the presence of 2 of her, probably her only 2, but at least 2 of her minions to her attendants. She did not sound pleased. I'm sure she found her office in disarray.
Okay.
Believe it or not, that was actually, I would have initially argued for staying in the asylum. I would have much rather have dealt with whatever was in here from a position of security rather than being out in the open. But once we had the girl, I'm like, yeah, no. Things are going to go down very quickly. We need to not be in that place.
Yeah. Well, and the fact that there was the lady was screaming from inside means she's in there. Let's get Maxie out and secure.
Oh, no. Once we had the girl, there was only one option. Leave the facility. The fact that Azure is taking her back is exactly what I would have wanted to do.
Well, we'll see if Azure is actually taking her back, depending on what happens with that screaming.
Oh, that's... I suspect strongly that the warden has found her office.
Yeah, fuck you, lady. We got your shit.
Uh-huh. And she is likely quite displeased at the state of it.
I mean,
and is demanding the presence of her minions in order to identify why they have allowed invaders into the place.
It's almost like somebody rummaged through her stuff.
Oh, not just rummaged. We were careful,
Oh,
we were precise, and we fucking, yeah, we fucking flipped that place.
There's a little itty bitty tiny bit of me that wants to call in sick tomorrow.
God, again?
Oh, are you getting
Yes.
blasted?
Getting blasted?
Poison damage. Let's put it that way.
Ren, I don't care what they say. You're cute and adorable anyway.
She's adorable, but
Even
she is
if
also
you are the biggest stink bomb in the house.
she's also a chemical weapon.
There was a video from Hank Green where he was recounting they were doing he and his brother were doing a video together, and apparently John was in the house with him, and he commented on the fact that on the quality of his dog's flatulence. And in response, Hank basically recounted a story of when he and Catherine came into the house and smelled that smell, and he goes, "Well, I guess that's what my house smells like now."
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's what your house smells like now.
Hooray.
It's not what we wanted it to smell.
Eventually, you'll become nose blind to it, and you'll only realize how horrible it is because you have guests that come over on occasion.
No, the problem is, if it was always present, we could become nose blind to it. But it comes and goes just long enough to have forgotten how terrible it is.
I saw a video of the girl with the dogs, and she like hand mixes the food for one of her dogs.
Yeah.
And a lot of it's the stuff that you kind of would expect, like a scoop of pumpkin puree and raw meat and various things. But one of the initial things, like supplements also, she also took an egg, cracked it open, cracked it open, put the egg into the bowl, and then dropped the shells into the bowl.
Oh, that's terrible.
That's basically the first thing the dog ate.
Interesting.
The egg with the shell.
You know what? If it doesn't bother the dog.
Dogs don't have as acute of a taste of taste buds as we do, and their bones are designed to chomp on small bones, so they probably didn't notice.
Yep.
Or he enjoyed the sensation. I hope that was the dispensing of a beverage, but I doubt it was.
No, it absolutely was. Apologies, I did not realize my mic was quite so sensitive that you could hear it.
Oh yes, okay, good. I'm glad that it was a beverage rather than another conveyance of a liquid.
Yes, no, I understand entirely. No, had I been going to the restaurant, I'd have left my headset at the desk.
All right, that was not the visual I went for.
Really? Wow.
Yeah,
I'm actually surprised by that.
Okay, the first thing that I thought of was like one of those cans of whipped cream.
Well, I was also aware that it was a very faint sound.
I had a professor in law school who, because he was an older guy, his voice wasn't as strong as it used to be. So he wore a microphone. And the one time he forgot to turn it off when he took a bathroom break in the middle of evidence, and we all heard him peeing and talking to himself. It's like, oh no.
At that point, the best thing to do would simply be to write a note and leave it on his desk after class.
He walked
Just
in.
a friendly reminder
He-
to.
He walked in, took one look at us, and went, I forgot to turn off my mic, didn't I? Yeah, my dude.
Yeah, right, Mabian. Urinal cake eroding! Eroding! Gone! Yay!
Oh, God.
Animotion.
He wasn't at least suffering from self-loathing, was he?
No, he was.
Okay, good.
He had a very good sense of humor.
Well, I more meant while he was in the bathroom talking to himself.
Oh, no. I am looking at options for suits because I think I am going to need at least one more.
I think I'm going to have to get a new suit as well. Mine are starting to get worn.
I've got enough that I can make it. Like if I don't find a deal I like, it's not a big deal. But with the new job, it is definitely going to be almost certainly a suit in the office.
Oh,
Have
maybe
you
in my
confirmed what the dress code is?
Oh, I'm going to before I buy any more suits, but
favorite joke. My favorite joke from that scene is when he says, "Huh? What is this crap?" And the system says, "Fox Broadcasting."
Because even though it's government work, it's equally likely that it is either suit, shirt and tie, or business casual, as in button-down shirt and khakis.
given
All of those are equally likely.
all of the guys that I saw while I was there were wearing suits, so
Okay.
that's why I'm assuming.
There it is.
Yeah, but I am definitely going to verify before I spend the money.
Yeah, maybe in same.
Down means up and 75 means 200.
Okay, so in the episode, Homer buys a bunch of shares of a company called Animotion after he goes to one of their demos, and then he uses a stock price phone number to keep track of the stock's price. And
To do.
yeah, so wait, was this when he called in to check on the stock price, or was this the news report about it? Yeah, I know. All right. Well, anyway, he finds out that the price went down 75, and he says, "Oh, I hope down means up, and 75 means 200."
You're thinking of the phone call. The 75 is the news report.
Yeah. Okay. So There's so there's a news report later on where they basically say that shares of Animotion are trading down 75, and that's when you have that line.
See, I actually own stocks in individual companies.
So does Matt.
Yeah, same here.
I don't really consider those investments so much as, I guess you could call it a non-fungible token.
Please don't.
It is a thing that I own. I don't necessarily have a tangible representation of it, but I like it. It pleases me. And I bought shares of Square.
Okay.
How dare you?
Yeah, you're dead to me.
I bought them when a little bit after their IPO. I, of course, don't have enough money to participate in an IPO, but shortly after the IPO, when the stock went public, I bought some. It was about $12.
I own 1 share of Pepsi and 2 shares of Coca-Cola.
Yeah. I also own, I think, 5 shares of Berkshire B.
I own 104
and that's mostly because Berkshire B stock is useful in Omaha.
Yeah. I own 104 millionths of a share of Berkshire A.
You what?
I own 0.000104 shares of Berkshire A.
How?
You sign up on a stock trading platform that allows you to buy fractional shares.
Oh, there you go.
Yep. And I think the stock trading platform actually owns the full share, and then they
Yeah. Which means you don't get any of the benefits.
Actually you do, right? Because if the stock pays dividends, they split up the dividends.
I think
between...
he means.
Oh no.
He means like
Berkshire
the shareholder
doesn't pay
meeting. The
talking about what?
He means like the shareholder meetings when people fly into Omaha.
No.
The discounts at Nebraska Furniture Mart.
Oh yeah, no.
I didn't know there was a discount at Nebraska Furniture Mart.
There is.
Well, okay.
And for Omaha Steaks, I believe.
I only need to come up with another $472,200 to.
I think Berkshire B.
Buy a share of Berkshire B, and you're fine.
Oh, really?
Now Berkshire B is still 313, so it's not cheap.
But it's at least like reasonable. God only knows how that stock is going to react when Buffett dies.
No shit. Now, Mikey, you're going to want to get in your time machine and go back to March 2020, because that's the 5-year low price.
On which one? Berkshire A or Berkshire B?
Only 170.
Technically, they are different stocks, so one is not pegged to the other. Don't ask me how that works. I'm not a stock person of any kind. But for like actual investments, I have a 401k and an account with Betterment.
Do you have to have a whole share to get the benefits?
You have to have. I'm not 100% sure how you can utilize the discount at Nebraska Furniture Mart on a day-to-day basis. I think you can. If like for Geico, I forget exactly what you have to do, but you can like mark a checkbox or do something but for like the stockholder meeting, you will actually either apply for or be sent credentials.
Interesting.
And you have a card that allows you to go to these places and get the discount during the what one of my friends calls the weekend of inconvenience.
Nice.
Because basically the entire world comes into Omaha and goes to all of these different places that you're just supposed to go to when you're in Omaha. And it was always like around the end of school when we wanted to celebrate the end of school and go to our favorite places, which happened to be everyone else's favorite place too.
Yep. So Omaha, you have to. Oh, sorry. You have to work tomorrow?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Well, we only get some of the federal holidays off.
So, my company added 2 new holidays to the holiday calendar this year.
Fucking bullshit PayPal holidays.
I know. Thanks for outing where I work.
We have talked about it on stream before, and we just yelled at Omaha for owning Square stock.
Okay, I apologize. I'm back. What the hell has happened in chat?
They're yelling at me for owning Square stock.
Also, I just doxed Matt.
Yep.
And something urinal cakes? What?
Yes.
So Corey went to go fill up his glass with water, and we heard the sound through his headset, and
it sounded like it could either have been filling up a water bottle or some other kind of bottle.
Water was exchanged
or
one way or another.
Water flushing down something else.
And so that triggered a scene from The Simpsons.
Well, before that, it triggered a scene of
horror
of M. Park's teacher.
Yeah, one of my law school professors. Yeah, maybe and pointed out, Mikey, you have outed where you work.
Yeah, but not recently.
That matters. The internet remembers everything.
We don't get enough new people for everyone to not remember.
I'm pretty sure it would not take much for people to figure out where I work. After all, I use this same screen name on everything.
Also, your real name is right under your face.
I googled you. Your LinkedIn is literally the second hit.
Ah, fuck.
That's why you gotta have a famous...
Actually, yeah. That right there.
You gotta have a famous 16th century Archbishop of Canterbury with your exact same name, baby. Fucking finding me on Google is hard. But not impossible, because people did it and doxed me.
Yeah, I was about to say, hasn't this happened to you?
Yes, but they also couldn't decide if my brother and I were the same person, brothers, or gay lovers.
¿Por qué no los tres?
Definitely not. Nope. Why not? Because gross. Not the gay part, the he's my actual brother part. Alright, so we have made it outside.
That's just you and your moral compunctions right there. He obviously figured you had none.
No, also, I've known him since he was born, and he's not my type.
See, it's not the brother bit that you're upset about.
Fair.
It's the fact that you would be lovers. That's what you're upset about.
Andrew and I have spent most of our relationship either being best friends or actually punching each other. We would not work as life partners. So we got Maxie out, and then we heard some yelling.
Yeah. You guys are standing just outside the the doors that you came in.
Oh, we're not standing. We're walking.
Okay.
Yeah, I think.
I'm not going to stop to listen to what they say.
Yeah, let's get out of the compound and see what's happening. Because now my fear is they know. So what if they decide to purge the evidence?
So it is now nighttime. It's after sunset.
Yep.
You are in the middle of the woods. It is quite dark. There are no external lights. It's foggy and misty. Are you gonna keep the dancing lights up?
No, I'm gonna. Let's assume that I took those down as we were getting out of the not sanctuary.
Asylum.
Asylum. Thank you.
Sanitarium.
Sanitarium. Yep.
I think with Azure and I having dark vision, the safest bet is we are doing the guiding for the people who cannot see in the dark.
Okay. Oops. I'm dropping things. Stay good, papers.
All
right.
Should we attempt to stay near the asylum, or should we try to get as a reasonable distance away?
What do you guys think? I don't know. This is
I would prefer to go a fair distance away so that we can actually have like a proper camp, because it's important to from both the in-game and meta-game perspective, it's important to unwind after a day. You cannot really only legitimately operate for 8 hours, and you need 8 hours of downtime and 8 hours of sleep. If we were near the asylum, we would have to be staying dark. We wouldn't be able to light a fire, get ourselves comfortable, and have a decent night's sleep. We would be too much freaked out. Plus, at this point, with our plans in motion, you are the one with dark vision, and you would have to keep watch, and no one else would be able to, because the other two members of the party are human.
I'm fine moving a little bit further out. What do you think, Azure?
Oh, it's not a bad idea, although I'm not as certain about the risk reward on lighting a fire. But I also largely won't be around for it, so my opinion should not carry as much weight.
Yeah. My preference would be to walk at least ideally an hour, but probably not be. We probably wouldn't be able to get that far. Down the trail that leads to the asylum, and then go into the woods a little ways and make camp there. Down the road, just so that we can get as far away as fast as possible, and a little bit into the woods just to stay off the road, mostly so that it seems that we're just as likely to be random travelers than people who had just broke into an asylum.
I'm fine with that. Well, aren't we only an hour away from
town?
Oh, that's right.
Town,
We're
yeah.
very close to town. Damn it.
maybe a half an hour.
Yeah, if that, it's only a
Keep
mile
forgetting.
or
They go deeper.
That's not a good idea.
Yeah.
I didn't think so.
Let's go half the distance back to town.
That's a good idea. We are but lonely travelers, sir. We were not aware of how far we were from the town. As you can plainly see, we are not from around here.
Well, let's take a look. Ooh, nice. One of them, huh? So, what are you getting? What are you getting at? Where are you gonna? Are you gonna be like you're gonna camp on the road?
Yeah,
I would actually say just off the road.
Our theory is that we can't go. Mr. Bloodgood will certainly be unhappy if we show back up in town without Silas. And we want to be close enough to the asylum that, like, if a fire starts, we can see it. So we go halfway between town and the asylum, set camp. Azure walks the girl back to the edge of town, points her at the inn, and says, go tell them what's happening. Go tell them you were, or go tell them you were rescued. Yeah.
Stick some coins in her hand and say, go in there, give them these coins, and say, I need help.
Corey, what are you looking at?
Where are you guys having this conversation, by the way? As you're walking back?
Yeah, as we're walking
After
away.
we leave the fence area.
Okay, so
Corey,
so so you guys are going to try and make it past that that rusty fence again?
Corey, what were you asking?
Yes.
Have we confirmed that Maxie is from Hartville?
No.
Have we asked her where she lives? Where she's from?
No.
Let's ask her after we're off the grounds.
No talking until we leave the grounds.
But that's a fucking good point that we might be sending her. Hey, go, strangers, go, whatever.
That's part of why I'm like, stick some coins in her pocket, tell her to go to the inn, give the coins to them, and say, I need help. It assumes nothing other than she is a little girl with coins in her pocket saying she needs help.
Yeah, why are we just giving her money and sending her on her way?
Because we're afraid that if we go into town and Mr. Bloodgood finds out we left his son after we said we'd rescue him, he'll fucking put a hit out on us.
Right, okay.
In any case, while I don't necessarily think going back to town to drop someone off is necessarily a bad thing, staying in town would.
Yes. So, we need to get out first, which means we're navigating the gate again.
Or the hole that we made.
Right.
That someone decided to spray graffiti on for whatever reason.
Well, that's an interesting. Okay, I just if we're gonna go out through the hole that we opened, is my message rune still there, or has it tripped?
It is still there.
Okay. And it's probably going to trigger as we go through it. Because I mean I don't remember and I haven't written it down, but I thought the trigger condition I set was that if somebody comes across it or comes close to it.
If you get us fucking put in cells because you put a message rune blaming a local fucking high school, I swear to God the last thing I do before I die is going to be to curse you.
That is not, by the way, a local high school. It's a day away.
Yeah, that's a solid like 10 leagues to the south of you. That's a day's travel.
But this is what Mikey wanted to do.
So,
Well, I should say, no, this is what Zen wanted to do.
Damn right.
So as you pass by the rune, what is it that happens? It's like when somebody comes by, it reads it out loud or something, or
I think it. Let me pull up the description. I think they hear it in their head.
if it's just they hear it in their head, we're fine.
You record a message up to 5 minutes long and inscribe a special rune on any flat, unattended surface within reach. The nature of the rune's appearance is up to you, but it is visible to everyone, and it must be no smaller than 2 inches in diameter. You also specify a trigger that creatures must meet to activate the rune. For the duration of the spell, creatures who meet the criteria of the trigger can touch the rune to hear the recorded message in their head as though you were speaking to them telepathically.
Fine, we're good.
You know when someone is listening to the message, but you do not know who is listening to it.
So you would have heard it being, yeah.
Yeah, so I guess that's the question. Did anyone trigger that rune while we were in the... Okay.
no? Okay. So everybody is going to need to make a flat, or sorry, not a flat, but just a regular old dex check to be able to get through the bars without tripping it. Your DC is 12.
I got a 12 on the die, and I got a +3 dex. I'm good.
Wait. What do you roll for dex? Is it D20 plus
D20 plus whatever your plus is.
Oh, okay. So
Plus your dex.
You're good.
Fucking
12.
had to pull a hero point. And
How did you
only
get it?
improved my
Oh,
score
it's
by
calling that an
2.
11, not a 16.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah. On my screen, the die landed on an edge, and it's calling it 11.
But since he has a +1 dex, he's fine.
Yeah.
But it looked like a... I was wondering... Like,
I rolled a fucking 11. I am not doing well with this hole in the wall. I think I screwed up the last time, too.
All right, so you realize that someone of your build, you are a barbarian. Somebody of your build is not going to easily make it through that without scratching yourself. So you're gonna either need to like carefully remove the bars or go over or something if you want to get by it.
Alley-oop!
How tall are the bars?
It's about 12 feet tall. Like you'll have to climb over it, but it's not that hard of a climb.
Oh, that looks like an athletics check. I can do those pretty good. 22.
Yeah, you've bypassed the fence. No problem. You made it over. Yeah, so everybody makes it over. And you guys, you wanted to ask Maxie, I think, where she's from?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Yeah. She indicates that she is herself, she grew up in Aylstone, in the very town, so she knows of that local school.
Do they teach
also
wizardry to their children?
Yeah. She also indicates that she, she's feeling so much better now that you've helped her out.
Yeah.
And that if you can, well, yeah, and that if you can just get her to to the the next town, she can probably find a lift on a wagon home the following day.
Perfect.
Okay.
Cool.
And that's why putting coins in her pocket is a good thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who took you, or do you know who was keeping you there?
She says that she was kidnapped by a couple of security thugs, Dalton and Dratch, and and she was taken in the middle of the night, and just and thrown into a cell, and they've been doing horrible experiments on her, and she can't bear to go into any kind of detail. Yeah.
Do you happen to know the warden's name? If you don't want to mention it, that's fine.
Yeah, she does. She knows that it's Rosalie von Breck.
Hey.
She calls her Dr. von Breck.
Do you know if there was anybody else there, like any?
We already asked, and she said there were
Okay.
other prisoners.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, there. She says there were other prisoners, but that she doesn't know any of them, and they were never given an opportunity to speak.
How long were you there?
Oh, I don't even know. Weeks, months. It's hard to tell the passage of time.
All right, so it sounds like plan, find a camp, Azure walks her back, we give her a little bit of coin, and she can get a wagon back is fine. That sounds like that plan will work.
Yep. How much is a night's stay at the inn?
Oh, that's a good question. It's in here somewhere. 1 gold per night.
And how much is a wagon ride to a nearby town?
To Aylstone, it's probably just a couple of silver. There's always people, moving back and forth. There's a pretty well-traveled road going to and from Aylstone.
Okay, so we'll give her a gold, and we'll give her a couple silver.
No, I'm giving her 2 gold.
Okay, Fisk will give her 2 gold.
I will give her 2 gold.
Okay,
Coming out of your paycheck.
Mark it off on your character sheet. Mark off how much gold you've got.
Remember that everyone got 10 gold from looting the warden's safe.
Hey, did I mark that down?
Yep. Yeah, that was 10 gold for each of you, I think, right?
Yep, because it was 40 gold.
And now the warden has no gold.
Well,
in her safe.
The warden does. The warden doesn't have her safe gold.
Yeah. So, all right. So, where are you guys going to make camp? Are you going to make camp like on the outskirts of the village, or are you going to go like halfway and
halfway
send Azure ahead with her?
Yep.
Okay. And Azure, what are you going to do with her? Like, do you have any extra conversation with her when you're alone, or do you just take her straight to the inn, or where do you take her?
I will try to put her at ease. I am also a extremely awkward robot, so I'm not sure I'm going to be very good at doing that, but I will sure make the attempt. And yeah, I'll be taking her to the basically straight to the inn. Um, Telling her that uh, bu- 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 Tom the no, Tom the bartender was the name of the guild. They don't actually have the name of the bartender. Shit.
The bartender goes by Tom because he's part of the Tom the Bartender Guild.
Tom the bartender guild. Okay. So yeah, Tom the bartender was seemed like a nice man, and that Nigel and Oliver are nowhere near as scary as they seem. Um,
Hmm.
and send her on into the inn to have them take care of her.
Okay. And then you're going to make your way back to the party?
That's the plan.
Okay. Okay. So you make it all the way back. It is it's getting close to midnight now. And you guys are pretty exhausted. You've had a hell of a day. It's you just arrived in Hartville last night, and you've been doing quite a lot since then.
Yeah.
So you guys are exhausted. Are you gonna? Do you have tents? Do you have camping
I have
gear?
a pup tent.
You have a pup tent, so that's gonna work for what? Just one or two people? I'm not really a camping person.
I have a
know.
bedroll.
Pretty sure that's just one.
Path Builder does
pup tent
not have a description for it.
I would say that a pup tent, unless there's something really weird going on, is only for one person, unless they are like super close.
Mhm.
Well, now
Apparently two.
what about a pump tent?
Nope, not a thing.
Not a thing.
No.
Damn.
I mean, you can nickname it that if you want to, but I don't want to know what you're doing in it.
Apparently a pup tent can fit two.
Okay. So it's getting pretty chilly.
So you have a pup tent. Who else has? Does anyone else have a pup tent?
I have a pup tent.
Okay, then we've got sleeping for enough.
You have enough for 4. Okay.
Well, really, you only need two because one of us is going to be keeping watch.
True. All right.
Okay. So somebody's going to be keeping watch while Azure charges up his batteries, and then he'll keep watch for the remainder of the night.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you on the road or off the road? And if you are off the road, where?
We pick a spot that's approximately halfway between the asylum and the town on the road. And we will go taking a relatively perpendicular path, but not going in too difficult a direction. 30 feet away from the road.
About 30 feet away from the road?
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody else okay with that?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. You find a particularly dense little copse of trees.
Good. That's perfect.
was that?
That was me. Sorry.
Oh no, that's okay. I'm like I heard it from over there, and my phone's over there.
Phantom phone.
I don't even know. I don't even have a speaker over there. Like, whatever. Anyway, you find a particularly dense little copse, and you set up, and the night passes, and first thing in the morning, it's cold, and there is a quite a layer of dew covering just about everything. But you seem to have
Passed the evening without incident, apparently.
Yeah, you seem to have passed the evening without incident. So, here's what happened. Did anybody go to sleep with not at full hit points?
I think we were all at full.
I believe we were all at.
I went to sleep doomed.
You went to sleep doomed 1. Every time you get a good night's sleep, your doomed level goes down by 1.
Yay! I'm no longer doomed.
Now you're
Yeah.
doomed to 0.
Do
Yeah.
me.
Spellcasters, if you want to regain your spells, you can spend some time now doing that.
Done.
Unless, of course, you did what I did when I was playing 3rd edition and choose to take your spells at noon.
That's insane.
No, there's a very good reason for it. Because of course, it takes time to choose your spells, but also you set out on your adventure in the morning. You don't know what's going to happen in the middle of the day. By the time it's noon, you have an idea of what's going to be going on, so you can pick your spells.
I suppose.
So, yes, and for some of us, our spells come back automatically.
Right.
So Ari, help me out. What is required to prepare spells for the day?
You say you are preparing these spells.
Okay.
Propelling the spells. You should
Yeah,
run
you
spells.
know a certain number of spells. It's what's in your spell book. You've got your spell book written down. You get a certain number of spells that you are allowed to prepare per day. So you select from the spells that you have written, and it takes about an hour to prepare all your spells together, which is a hell of a lot better than it was in the 3.5 days, which was an hour per spell level.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I don't remember that, but I was a cleric.
I don't think so. It was like an
Which?
hour. It was like an hour, and then, it's like a certain number of minutes per spell level.
Am I thinking of 2nd edition?
That was something they held over from 2nd edition, I think. It was never an hour per spell level, because if that was the case, you could never learn more. You could never memorize more than about 12 levels worth of spells, which is
Right.
I mean,
Yeah, and clerics, it was a flat hour.
Yeah, clerics is a flat hour because you pray and you get your spells from your deity.
So,
but anyway,
I
now
would
it's
be
just a flat
surprised
hour
if
for everybody.
wizards. Yeah, it's a flat hour.
So, let's see. So you choose your spells. Your focus points have reset. Your any other, like, a certain number of times per day things reset. And you can put your armor and stuff back on because nobody sleeps in armor. When you sleep in your armor, you don't get a good night's sleep and you wake up fatigued, which is a condition. It is not fun. Yeah, so it's now about an hour past sunrise. You guys are getting pretty hungry. Do you have rations, or do you want to pop into town for a little bit?
I
No,
think we all have
rations.
rations.
Okay.
I'm a forager.
I have rations and I don't even eat.
Yeah. I mean, hey, there's food back at the asylum.
Yeah, hooray!
Yeah, let's not and say we didn't. What does forager give me?
Yeah, some stuff. All right. So Maxie has left your party. And she is now. Let me check my chart.
I can, with a successful survival check, I can subsist me and 4 additional creatures.
Nice.
But that is if we need to. We have rations.
Yeah. So you could like hunt, something small and make it for breakfast.
I would prefer using our rations.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think this is actually a good place to pause and call it here for the evening. Are you guys intending to go straight back to the asylum, or do you want to spend some time in town? What do you want to do?
I think we're going straight back unless somebody has any other reason why they need to.
Yeah, I think we are too.
Okay. So
yeah, I even though I don't think it's quite as dangerous as Ven was suggesting, we should not go back into town unless it is strictly necessary.
I'm just giving the obvious mob boss, the respect that you give an obvious mob boss.
That's why I say we should not go back to town unless it is strictly necessary.
Yeah.
I do consider dropping off a little girl to be one of those strictly necessary circumstances. Going back for victuals, not.
Yeah.
Additionally, by going and delivering her alone, you maintain some plausible deniability in that you dispatched your automaton servant
to do
take
a
the
thing.
situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree. We made the right choice.
And then he promptly left. And if anybody asks, well, why did you do that? Well, we found a little girl, and we weren't going to keep her in a dangerous place. We went straight back and found your son, who is now here.
Hopefully.
Yeah. But
we found your son, and he is right here.
We are planning for we're planning for the
There is no hopefully.
So, what I'm going to do is fast forward a little bit to you guys have made it back in. You are in through the that rusty fence, and looking around, you don't see anybody outside. The building looks roughly to be in the shape you left it several hours before. But you are well rested. Your packs are a little heavier than they were at this time yesterday. And you are raring to go to go back in. You know of at least one door that you came out of that was unlocked when you left it. So we're gonna call it there for the evening. And
very pleasant that you describe it in such a fashion.
Oh yes. Okay, so the new recap. Thank you, M Park. When we last left our heroes, they entered the Hartville Asylum for the asylumated. They knocked on a door, broke some tools, and rescued a teenager. That is correct. Among several other things. You also avoided a really, really super dangerous fight.
By being chickens.
Completely Mr. Magooing it.
Really?
Really.
The spiders?
No.
The zombie or something else?
Something else. But you Mr. Magooed it. You know that there's a couple of doors upstairs that you have not yet examined.
Yep.
And
several doors upstairs. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few doors. There are several. There's let's see. You got these guys here.
I am freaking out a little bit.
I want to know the fight that we Mr. Magooed our way out of.
Is it gonna come back? Potentially?
Oh yes.
Okay, then we can't talk about it yet. That fuck.
Yeah. So I'm gonna work out XP.
See,
and,
to me, Mr.
what do you
Magoo
guys know?
means we walked right into it and just meandered around it.
basically yes.
How? We didn't walk into anybody.
That means that we just didn't go in the room. I think that means we're gonna have a fight in one of the rooms we open.
I don't think that's what
Yeah.
it meant.
Well, tune in next week and find out.
No, it's just as likely it was the door downstairs. Or the fact that we hung out downstairs that made them miss us.
Ooh, Purse is still streaming.
Well,
We could raid.
we-
We could raid Purse again.
We could raid Purse again. All right. The rare double raid.
The rare double raid.
Purse is gonna be like, what the
Eli,
fuck?
Fabian, Baby Kosh was here. Thanks guys for showing up. I'm sure I missed other people that were in the chat as well.
Maybe an
But
Eli,
thanks for coming out. This has
Max,
been fun.
Eli, congratulations finishing your essay.
Baby Kosh. Max was here earlier.
More giant
wasn't he?
spiders for Mabian. Mabian likes to sleep with giant spiders. Sounds terrifying, but hey, to each his own.
And then tomorrow we are back to Monday Cana with Mikey. No, Mikey might stream Tuesday, although you'll be watching Kevin, so maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not.
And then we're back to the normal schedule for Thursday and Saturday. Quote 59.
I also like fucking
yes.
toads.
And with that, good night.